These guys are ready. And now, and nothing typical.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Vincent and a Jacoby in at the small forward. They've got the franchise. The franchise is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Jay and his baddest one in at the 3, the small forward. Here's the franchise. In the corner is Clarkson. Pass it to Baddiston. Here's the franchise. Pocket 6. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I like the back and forth here. Showing from Ray.
It seems like they'll find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
The pass to Kobe. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's the franchise. Pass to Aguilar. He gets to Clarkson. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Show of confidence right now from Jordan Clarkson and his jump shot.
Just around the minute and a half into the first quarter. And there's the try. To the right side. Beyond the arc. And the 3 ball is good.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, he's so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Here's Carlos. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kobe for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. On 2 or 3 here to start up the game. To the inside. Pass to Clarkson. Here's the franchise. Down low. Here's Aguilar. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized forward who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
First quarter basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And he misses his first shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And it's 6 points for the franchise.
So that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Like Coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Not burned on that one.
Here's Vincent. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
The franchise passes to the franchise.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Vincent. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly no foul.
First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first. And he makes both free throws.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's the franchise. Pass to the franchise. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes its way.
Loving the confidence. Just rise and be free here. You know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
A Kobe misses. On 5 and 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's the franchise. He's got 6. 18 feet away, he knocks it down. The franchise has got 8 points. To start out this game, about 43%. To the wing right side. From deep. No good there. We've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. We're off and running. Baddest one. Pass it to Aguilar. Here's baddest one. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA, like guys like the Kumbo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. A guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can see you into the station when he gets going down the well.
To the middle. It's all in by a Chua. Here's
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And his touches left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
to the paint. Aguilar pass to the franchise. Here's the franchise. Kicks it to Clarkson. From downtown, it's good from long range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And there's the pass to Diaco. Here's Vincent. He has 7. Pass to Diaco. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Achua. A Kobe for 3. Tonight for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for that. Here's the franchise. 8 points for him. Clarkson surveying the floor. He is hauled in by Achua. Here's Usman. Takes it inside. Inside. Passes it to Diaco. There's Jacoby. They need this. And no good, that's out.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's the franchise. In the corner, it's Clarkson. The franchise passes to the franchise. On the pass to Bannister. Moves back up. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start. Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
They can't find the net right now. All they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Some of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. That's highlighted. Look at the franchise. The best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic.
Man, you You simply got to avoid sending him to the line. Absolutely no one has better form from the stripe than he does.
Here's Diago. That shot is on 8-12 on field goal attempts so far. Pass to the franchise. Here's Houdini from the arc. Aminu grabs the miss. Here's Moura. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's the franchise. He's got 8. Here's Clarkson. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Launches a 3. That's a miss. He's made one in this one. Moving it from their comfort zone so far. In this one, 57% from the field. Passes it to Steve. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another on the strike.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball up?
And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jared Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
And that one drops. Clarkson's got a second bucket of the night.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Manu passes to Diago. Here's the franchise. The pass to Reynolds. Here is Skinny. Kicks to Clarkson. Pass to the group. A baseline Jimmy. And it's in off the backboard.
Pretty good recognition for Clarkson. He's moving the ball. Some good things starting to happen now offensively.
Rebounded by Clarkson.
But on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's the franchise. He's got 8. Passes it to Reynolds. And too much time in the way. They get called for the 3-second violation. Being well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. That's to Aminu.
They've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the Oh, man. Love that. Listen to that. I love that. Say it again. Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Aminu. He's tightly guarded. Takes a 3. Moura can't get it to go. Moura's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Down low. A pass to Ramos. Here is Skinny. He's covered by Aminu. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on El Farouk Aminu. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. And the call will go against Houdini. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
visitors with the ball. 17-point game. Aminu, no one around him.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. Doesn't love stats. Here are some numbers for Clarkson. Putting up about 24 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up. And he's really delivered.
Here's Rose. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
In a near 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Aston Moore. Pass to Diop. Can they get it? Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. And the pass to Reynolds. Here's the franchise. Pass to Reynolds. 6 to shoot. Traps in the tray.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And so it's the home team cruising. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
They're going to turn over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Have a look at the stats for him.
Hey guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
No shot that time, not on target.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Shoots the three. Can't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's a Achua. Not a lot of room. Vincent misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the inside. Clarkson plays it up and in on a nice reverse. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Got to the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Aminu with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's up a 3. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Wonderfully up to this point, 67%. The baseline jam. Here's the franchise, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At 74%, so-so, he probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And a lot of games left on the schedule, Brent. When do players, you think, start taking notice of the standings and where they fit?
I think after the All-Star break, to be quite honest with you, Kevin, if you're a team that knows you're floating around the playoff position, start to gear up 2 weeks after the All-Star break to get yourself in the position that you want to compete in the postseason.
Here's Vincent. He's covered by Clarkson. Vincent the pass to Achua. To the left wing. There's the dribble. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. It's 13 points for the franchise. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. And here is Achua. He had 15 points last out. He kicks it to Houston. Out to the wing for 3 and Kobe. They get again. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, impressive play in the paint. Here's Carlos. Pass to Clarkson. Lets it go with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
This is it to Achua. Here's Zeus. From deep 3-point range. That shot is on.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Here's the franchise. He's got 13. Off target from outside. Uzo, the pass to Achua. Here's Vincent. He's got 7. He will not find the hoop. It's his 3rd miss. He has made 2. That is 1. Passes to the franchise. Right wing. Here's the franchise. On deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. The franchise has got 16 points.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Here's a Kobe. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's the pass to Bannister. And he gets that one to go off the front line. Bannister's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. He got rough 22% so far in this one. Here's Houston. Pass to Medu. Here's Vincent. Trey doesn't go for him. Got just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Ball's going. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
There's the drive. Shot's good by Achua. Achua's got his 1st bucket of the night. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
The franchise passes to Clarkson. From the low block. Passes it to the franchise. Fades and shoots. Does not find the basket. His 2nd miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's a Kobe. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
I hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, rushing plays that turn into scores.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
The franchise passes to Battister. Baseline try, and he overshot that one, missing. To the paint, here's a Kogi, and the layup falls.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Clarkson passes to Aguilar. Here's Battis one. 11 points last game. The pass to the franchise. Nice again. They shoot again, and that's 2 points on the layup. The franchise has got 7 points.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Uzo, the pass to a Kogi. Moron, that's good. He has 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's the franchise. 16 points for him. Aguilar passes to the franchise. Here's Battis one. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Battis one's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Here's Manu. Pass to Uzo. Here's Manu. To the wing on the left. For 3 at Kogi. Offensive rebound. Moron lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, how about the purpose?
That's
which is
okay.
crashing the backboards right now. Some hard-earned second chance moments.
Here's the franchise. Passes to Aguilar. Kicks it to Clarkson. Here's Battis one. The pass to the franchise. Here's the franchise. Misses in close. 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Pass to Medu. Here's Uzo. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
Is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Uzo. To the middle. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6
It's
shots.
okay.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's the franchise. He's got 19. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Uzo. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
taken away. And they're moving it up. And here they go. Here's Ramos. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. Passes it to the franchise. Here's the great one. He's covered by Aminu. The great one. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference. And there's the pass to Ramos. Here's the great one. He's covered by Aminu. And yes, it's good. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. Down low. Here's Diagu. Shot clock at 6. Tough night continues. Shooting a woeful 1 for 9.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Here's Clarkson. Second chance effort. That's his fourth miss. He's made 5 of 9. And 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Feeds it to Aminu. And the shot goes in. Aminu's got his first basket of the night.
And a nice effort inside by Aminu, improving his shot selection.
Here's the franchise. Astor Clarkson. Here's Houdini. Here's Carlos. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's the home team sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back. It is Bedlam. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, that success from the free throw line is big tonight. They absolutely were determined to take it to the hole and not be denied. We saw them dictating the action, finishing strong and asking for more.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the biscuit.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we into the second half of our broadcast. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
That is one out there with Jay. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. That is the franchise, and it's the franchise into the point.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. They've got Achua. Vincent is out there with Medu. And it's Uzo in at the point guard. I think it's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's the franchise. 19 points in the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The franchise has got 22.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
That's the baddest one. Here's the franchise. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Passes it to Clarkson. Misses the three.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Oh, that's blocked. Here's Baddest one. 10 points for him. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Okogie for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Here's the franchise. 22 points for him. Now the pass to Aguilar. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the inside. Kicks to Houston. Shot clock at 2. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's the franchise. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Out left to the wing. Here's Aguilar. And it's good off the back rim and in. Jay's got his third basket of the night. Being only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Pass to Okogie. Third quarter here. 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Clarkson passes to Aguilar. Here's the franchise. Over to the wing. The three. That's the basket. Is 8th from the field. 8-14.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Stoops. Shot to stop the run. And it's blocked. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Man, he's all over that shot. Hasn't read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. But they recover it. Here he goes. Bucket is good. 8 points for him.
But that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's the franchise. He's got 25. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting for the second half.
Al Baruch-Amina. He's checked in for Josh Okogie. Gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Clarkson on the wing.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Off with the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's the franchise. Passes it to Aguilar. Now Here's Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And the best of the franchise. In the corner is Clarkson for the 3. Bangs on the trifecta. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Here's Carlos shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. His son Cole Drake was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Nba2kFiba. 6 on the shot clock. And he drives in. Can't hit from 12.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language. You just don't want to see that.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And with the bubble in last year's postseason, Brett, we got to see just how much home court advantage meant. Anything jump out to you about that?
You know, as great an idea and the execution was, Kevin, of the virtual fans being there, not being there physically, to hear the noise of the crowd and to get that atmosphere going, you have to travel to foreign territory where you're the enemy. This home court went away completely last year. We saw that. It was indicative in the records last year. They had a losing one.
On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are. We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kevin? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
The shot's good from Diago. Here's the franchise. He's got 29 points. Pass to Clarkson over Vincent. That one wide left. Just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Nails the baby hook. He's got 10.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Pass to the franchise. Here is Skinny. Kept alive. The pass to Shaken. Pass to the franchise. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Aminu. The feed to Diago. Puts it up from 7. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's Carlos. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. The franchise has got 12 now in this quarter. This is a Denora. Now, here's Aminu.
He
Fantastic move right there. Just that quick little reverse layup.
Here's the franchise. It's 31. Here's Clarkson. And he gets it to go. Clarkson's got 13 points in the second half alone.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more. He looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Nora. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Nadu, he's jacked in for Vincent. Here's Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Clarkson likes to play with a lot of speed. He attracts the attention of the defense, and that's where he's getting the whistle.
Both good from the line that time. The shot, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Rainbow's the best of the group. The pass to Skinny. Aminu grabs the miss. And the foul on Skinny. That is his first foul of the game. Getting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. Right at the free throw line. That one doesn't drop.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
To the paint, changes up. He takes it up and flings it in. Skinny's got 8 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Driving inside.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Now Clarkson has got 26. Pass to the group. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The first one falls. The franchise is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. No good on the second free throw. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. With the crossover, going inside.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Being about 59% from the floor offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Inside, how's that for an answer? And back with the dunk.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up. Pass to Nora. Out to the right wing. Here's Houdini. 5 points in the game. Out to the right wing. To the inside. Right wing. Puts it up from 17. Good on the jump shot. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. Passes it to Nadu. Here's Nora. From outside, off the mark. Seconds left in the third. The quick one, and he steps it. What a pass to set him up.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. 23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now the pass to Nora. Deep three-point range. That shot no good. Here's Houdini. Let's go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the home team with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no kick. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We can make out there with the great one. That's Houdini. That's the franchise. That's to Ramos. There's the three. The shot, no good. 27% the offense is just embarrassing themselves. Something that was floated as an idea last season, the second bubble in Chicago. Brett, do you think eliminated teams deserve to finish their seasons?
I really don't, Kevin, for the sake of the matter that we're talking about people's health and the risk involved around players, their families, their extended families. If you didn't qualify, if your team wasn't good enough at the point that the season was suspended, I agree with the way the league went about the teams that were invited to compete in Orlando and to let the other teams spend the time, the most important time, with their family being safe, secure, and preparing themselves for what was next.
Over to the left wing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Passes it to the break. Shoots from the right block. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both for the strike. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the left wing. To the middle. Banked in off the glass.
Coaching staff like some more shots from that range.
They set the pick. Takes the three. Warnock cracks the board. Gone 2 of 4 for the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hey, Brett, last postseason, we saw some teams have heated exchanges internally after tough losses. Does that happen very often?
If there's something, Kevin, that you feel you're capable of doing, and there's a lot at stake with regards to that in terms of not your reputation, but in terms of the type of respect that your team should be getting, yes, this happens a lot. It happens in the playoffs, and it's a bit more aggressive, but great teams find ways to work through those problems and become their best selves.
Kicks it to Okoye. He takes it in. Can't cash in from close range. Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Out to the wing. There's the pass to the franchise. There's shake and bake. Drops one in from the wing.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
A defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Pass to Udoka. Five on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Can't nail the jump. Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. So the wing on the left. Okoye with it. Pass to Udoka. Here's Norrell. To the left side wing. Here's Okoye. And he's way off from outside. Okoye's gone 1 of 3 from the field. Something that we all dealt with after the suspension of play last year, missing basketball. Brent, any thoughts on having the sport you love halted mid-season?
Well, I've thought about that for over a decade, Kevin, having had to stop playing basketball altogether. But certainly all of these guys and women who did not get a chance to continue their seasons last year had time to understand just how important the game is to them, and also the way they can impact the change that they want to see come with their platform.
The franchise offline with the baseline jump. Being approaching 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. With the step back. Pass it to Udoka. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Udoka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter. He drains the triple.
Down low. The pass to Ramos. Jacks up a 3. And no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play, and they got there first.
Pass to the franchise. The 3. Morag grabs the board. Gone 4-10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Now here's Okoye. Defense right on him. He kicks it to Uzi. Driving in. Just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Pass to Shakin. Here's Houdini. Well, we know it was a different kind of preseason for this year as the start of the season was delayed. Is that something that players like or don't?
Old guys love it, Kevin. Young guys need the time, but given the circumstances around trying to get the NBA season not just started, but eventually back on the regular calendar that we're used to, this is something that every team has been dealt. You just got to play your cards wisely.
Count it good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And there's the pass to the franchise. Here's Houdini. Fires from deep. And it ends up out of bounds. Here's Uzi. No good on the shot at the ball that time.
And that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't hit.
To the paint. And he moved. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Being a pretty sorry 29% for the fall here. Pass to a Kobe. Lets a floater go. Pinch-in shot. And it's good on the way in. And it's been just defense rate so far up at 56%. Fires the three. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. The Great Ones checked in for shake and bake. The visitors on defense. A three-pointer is right on target.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Uzi. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Pass to the franchise. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. The franchise has got himself on the board with 3 there.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line in a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Morag grabs the board. Here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. Rizzo. And that one, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Passes it to the Great One. That one goes in. The Great One's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Now, here's Okoye. He's guarded closer.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's stolen. And the pass to Okoye. Shoots a three. And that one is off. It's the three-point bomb. In the low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Here's Uzi. And here's Okoye. Pass to Uzi. Here's Nora. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot. He's off on that one. 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Passes it to the franchise. Off target from three-point range. The franchise has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Drives to the hoop. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. In 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Morag grabs the board. With the drive. Open jump shot off the mark.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Puts it up from 15, and he hits the jump shot.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And he's good on the 3 ball. the lane. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And so they get the victory here at home. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And then, boy, they really put in a support.
This one is an easy one. Winners of this year's 2K TV Awards will be receiving an NBA 75th Anniversary Edition copy of NBA 2K22. Which of these athletes will grace that cover? Is it A. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, B. Dirk Nowitzki, C. Kevin Durant, or D. All of the above?